Hello, and welcome to the Week 29 update for my Executor rush on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Thanks for coming. Let's just get straight into it. Journey guide-wise, we're getting pretty close to the end goal. We've maxed out every ship except for the Houndstooth, which is, I want to say, roughly a month and a half away, farming-wise. The Executrix, I also need to get to 7 stars to be able to do the last phase, and I think I might have to refresh the node, which is not cheap crystal-wise. But if I want to get it all done in time, I might have to refresh the node. But it's possible that that might not even be the case, because we do still have a few relics to go. As you can see, we've completed 2 relics now with Darth Vader and IG-88, which is pretty exciting. I finally got Bosk to 7 stars. We are 1 gear piece away from being able to relic Bosk, Dengar, and TIE Fighter Pilot. But heck me, have these HoloLenses been a bottleneck. Bosk has needed HoloLenses. Dengar has needed HoloLenses. And IG-88 needed 2 sets of HoloLenses, which has been pretty frustrating. And it has slowed down the farm for the the Zimbittles. Because you need the HoloLenses to make the Zimbittles, if I'm correct. Yes? We could also use these, but need to save those for stuff. We can also use the... Oh, I can't see them behind me, but the laptops. But I've just been spending all of my time farming up these HoloLenses. Using 50, or just under 50, I get 9. So it's been pretty slow goings. If we quickly check, I need 50 more Zimbittles to finish the grind, which is pretty a lot, really. It's pretty a lot. Carbonite circuit board wise, I am done with circuit boards. Bronzium wiring, I've still got about 100 I need to get. Chromium transistors are by far the easiest one, and I've completed those. The Erodium heat sinks, I'm not too far off completing the Erodium heat sinks. And the Electrium conductors, I still need to make a few more of these bigger pieces. And as you can see, Zimbittles far off. The impulse detectors, I'm finally over halfway with the impulse detectors there, needing 40, and I've got all the aero magnifiers I need. And I got those a while ago, which is pretty exciting. I will repeat that the end goal is to be able to unlock the Executor to 7 stars straight away. I understand that means 19 refreshes on the event, and then the purchasing of the pack. It's 4 or 5 times. I'm going to have to double check that. And you need roughly 25,000 crystals to be able to accomplish that. I think it's a bit over 24, but I'm going to 25 just to be safe. With a month and a half to go, if we are finished by the time we get the Houndstooth to 7, I may need to stop refreshing my regular energy so that I can get that extra 150 crystals. As far as regular energy spends right now, I am spending on Captain Rex. I only need 1 more Captain Rex shard, and then I get 5 from the calendar that's out at the moment. I spent a lot of crystals on the event when Scout Trooper, Nisa, Drogon, and Captain Rex were all farmable as additional drops, and I spent a buttload of crystals getting him so that I can have the Phoenix squad up, because they're a really good team now, and they can be used for 2 different assault battles, which I also hope to be able to do. The Night Sister one can also be done with Phoenix, and then there's the Rebel one. I don't remember what it's called. I'm also trying to finish Range Trooper, because I figure it's about time I get my troopers, my Imperial troopers up and running, and I'm farming the Hyena Bomber. They're the dark side farms. As far as the light side farms are concerned, far fewer going on in there at the moment. Just finishing off Hera now, just got that. I've got one more shard of the Ghost to go. And I'm going to move on to start with BT1. I want to get BT1 done because after I finish the Executor, I'm hoping to unlock Dr. Aphra. And BT1 and 000 also look like they would fit on a BAM team in the meantime. Looks like there's a lot of synergy there, so that could be cool. Outside of that, farming the Houndstooth and farming the Xanadu Blood. Xanadu Blood's still a ways away, but the Houndstooth, like I said earlier, is slowly getting done. It's all very exciting stuff. As far as Arena is concerned, I'm kind of trying to stick in the top 200, and sometimes I get very unlucky with Fleet Arena, as I have today, and I get knocked from 8th position. I've been able to, if I am paying attention to the clock, I've been able to get into the top 10 most days of the week, despite the fact that the Lightspeed bundles have given everyone a Relic 5 Houndstooth, which I thought was going to be absolutely awful, but has actually not been too bad until people realized that reinforcing with Darth Vader's TIE Advanced gives offense down, and I just can't. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so tough to get through the Houndstooth with my Geonosians. I don't think my Bounty Hunter team is strong enough just yet to be able to swap out my Geonosians for them. But if I don't get really unlucky and get massively targeted, I hang around the mid to late 20s, and I can push myself back down into the top 10 and give myself a tasty, I think it's 200 crystals on payout rather than 50 or 100, but no, it happens sometimes. As far as getting the Executor to 7 stars when I finally unlock it, I will also need roughly 15 million shipbuilding materials because I need to spend 2 million to get the Executrix to 7 stars so that I can do the final one. Then I need about 10 million, I think it's just over 10 million to get the Executor from level 1 to level 85. So that's 12 million right there. And then I'll need another 4 million roughly to get the 7 stars on the Executor as well. 2 million from 6 to 7, 1 million from 5 to 6, and a bit here and there. On top of that, I also need to do all of the abilities, but I am going to neglect the basic initially, as is tradition, I believe. As far as prestige is concerned, I've got 760. I think I need 1,500-ish to be able to upgrade all of the abilities, but closer to the 1,200 mark to get most of the abilities upgraded. And once it's at 7 stars as well, it can get its final abilities, which are the big ones, the big bad ones. So slowly buying prestige up. It's been very slow goings, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that's pretty exciting. As far as other characters are concerned, I'm working on building up Cad Bane. I'm working on Mandalorian and finishing off some of those teams that I've gotten. I've actually want to get my Imperial Troopers to gear 12 across the board. I think that'd be a good spot to bring them, plus it will really help with the assault battles, maybe even finishing off the last 2 challenge tiers. I'm looking at getting my Bounty Hunter team finished off, so these 2 will probably get brought to gear 12. Cad Bane will get brought to Relic 5. Also looking at doing the Padme team. Probably gear 12s across the board, but the higher Anakin is, the more damage he can output. So I might go Relic 5 just with Anakin or a couple. It's not a waste on R2-D2 because he's required for a few different Galactic Legends. Wampa, get Wampa up to R5 just for Grand Arena. Sorry, I'm still recovering from COVID. Getting this team with the bonus BT1 and 000 for Aphra. I think there's a lot of synergies here, so I just want to see how how it goes out, but I want to get Mandalorian Beskar armor up to Relic 5 as well for the fleet. And Queel and IG-11 just seem like the fun guys there. As I was saying before, I was working on Captain Rex during the additional drops. I've been able to get Captain Rex just about to 7 stars. I've just finished off Hera Syndulla as of today. Ezra and Kanan are both on the same node. They can also be used in the Jedi assault battle, so they're actually viable for 3 different assault battles. And Chopper I'll get up when it's time to get Chopper up. The other 2 Afra requirements will have to get to Relic 5. Hondo will swap out onto the BAM team once I've actually unlocked Afra. And Son of Staros' team just looks like a lot of fun to play around with, and I will be getting up Stormtrooper Han for CLS at some stage. I do already have him to 7 stars, so that'll work out. This is kind of my basic Sith assault battle team. I know there are definitely better teams for there, using Shock and Darth Revan and Palpatine, but this also doubles as a really good Grand Arena team. So this is lowest priority on the once I finish Executor patch up the account list, but it's still there just because there's ships on some of these nodes and they're decent characters. So that's what I'm looking at for that. There's not a lot else going on. I did finally get a new guild. We don't run raids every single day, but it is becoming better, and we're getting the big 25 mil. Is it 25 mil chest? So I'm getting a lot better payouts. That is allowing for the relic materials to be able to get a bit faster grinded up. At the moment as well, I'm just bringing each of these to 150 and then just going 50 at a time until I reach the requirements. 300, 300, 200 for those. So almost done with flawed signal data, and then halfway with these last 2 roughly. It's really slow goings, and I'm thinking that it may actually take me longer to get all of the relic signal data material. And that'll be my biggest bottleneck, rather than getting the Houndstooth to 7 stars. But once I get Houndstooth to 7 stars, I can then bring in the Razor Crest, I can bring in IG-2000, have Slave 1 as a reinforcement, and hopefully that'll help me defend better in the ship arena. Home 1, slowly getting to 7 stars now. It takes me like 5 or 6 attempts every time the home run event comes around because I really don't have good light side ships, but I can do it if RNG goes my way. I also have the Malevolence unlocked. I don't think I had them unlocked last time I did one of these updates, but I can't put any investment into it because everything has to go towards the Executrix. But yeah, it's just under 10 mil to get a capital ship from level 1 to level 85. So I just need to constantly keep saving up that shipbuilding material. It is frustratingly infrequent how often the shipbuilding material actually shows up in this guild activity store. It did today, but it's maybe once or twice every 2 days. If you're lucky, it's pretty bad. And then it's only 250k. Can't get it up in the millions like the rest of the credits. But I've been buying the credits so that I can work on my mods as well as start investing in the characters I will be using in the future. Also, once I've finished all of the hard node farms, all of my leftover energy goes into this 7C light side to just get these Kyrotech shock prods. I now have all the shock prods I need for Executor, but all of the characters that I'll be working on after Executor will need the shock prods as well. So I've just kept up with that grind. As far as ships are concerned, the ship energy, I am farming up Outrider for Profundity and for Jabba the Hutt at some stage. and then all the rest of the energy is going towards this one so I can get HoloLenses. Even once I've finished the HoloLens grind, I'm going to need to keep making HoloLens or getting HoloLenses so that I can get more of the Zinbiddle cards, because that is frustratingly slow. I will then, once Outrider is completed, I will then start working on the Rebel Y-Wing so that I can start getting profundity requirements up and running, which is, you know, the next big ship grind I'm going for. Oh, that's the wrong button. So, Executor is maybe 2 months away, possibly more. It's November now. I'm thinking maybe a January time frame, depending on how lucky I get with drop rates. Once Executor is done, 7-starred, we'll be moving on to Dr. Aphra, whilst also background farming for Jabba the Hutt. I think that'll be the first Galactic Legend I go for, because he has the most bonus extra stuff with the Smuggler's Run 2 event, which will get me extra bits and bobs and pieces. And then from there I can go into Grandmaster Luke and Leia. But that's very, very far away. I'll be background farming the 3PO requirements. I'll be background farming the Jedi Knight Luke requirements, which means I do still need to get Commander Luke Skywalker, who is very far away in my mind right now from getting farmed, but you know, plans have changed many times, plans will change many more times. But that's all for this month's update. I'll probably do another update a bit closer once I've relicked another character, just so that we can keep an eye on the progress and see what's going on. I'm really hoping to get Boba Fett at Relic 8 very soon, so that he can do the highest tier of the Crate Raid. I can help out the guild a bit more in that way. Bosk Relic 5 as soon as possible. But those Zimbiddles for Admiral Piet are really gonna hold him back. The Zimbiddles and the Impulse Detectors. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!